With the release of Jurassic World Rebirth, and as a lifelong fan of the Jurassic Park series, it's safe to say I've always dreamed of going to a real-life Jurassic Park. Now, despite the moral messages of the movies, and even the most recent Jurassic World films such as Jurassic World Rebirth, I would be first in line to buy a ticket to that island. I don't care if there's a 70% chance of dying. If there's a chance I can see a real-life dinosaur, I'm going. That's why as a kid, I always loved going to Universal's Islands of Adventure. It gave me the closest thing to the real thing. Walking through the land of Jurassic Park and seeing the locations and props from the movies was a dream come true. The river adventure ride scared the hell out of me as a kid. Yeah, that's actually me. And even then, that's how it should be. I respected the dinosaurs as if they were real, because in that moment, they were real. I felt the awe at the reveal of the Ultrasaurs. I was afraid I'd fly out of my boat when I saw the T-Rex lunge at me. Jurassic Park is one of, if not the best theme park land ever built. Now that was nearly 20 years ago, so how's it holding up now? Now before we get into the positives, we need to acknowledge the Stegosaurus in the room, or actually, a lack thereof. Yeah, look, River Adventure, I can't lie, it's in rough shape, okay? So many of the animatronics are broken, decayed, or just straight up missing. The Brachiosaurus looks like they need to see a chiropractor, the baby Stegosaurus has been gone for over a year, and the Protoceratops, well, let's just say they look like they've seen some shit. Even the Hadrosaur that's supposed to bump your boat off course, I've seen it working like once in the last 4 years. Such a crucial story beat, but without it, your boat just kind of randomly drifts into the raptor paddock. Speaking of the raptor paddock, so many effects in there have just vanished. I mean, I thought I was going crazy remembering the broken electric fence sparking when you're like riding through it. My girlfriend didn't remember, so I had to go on like a deep dive digging to find video proof of that it actually did that. Also, I mean, you have the raptor cage, which like half the time never actually shakes or falls, and if it does, it's always poorly timed. That stuff right there, though, the fire, the electricity, the sparks, just like in the old Jaws ride, it always made you feel on edge, and it's been sadly gone for over a decade. And now, let's not forget the raptors themselves, okay? Yeah, I mean, they need like some jaw surgery or something. Honestly, every animatronic on this ride needs to be replaced. What's up guys, it's Drift1 here, also known as Richard Manzo, and today we're going to be talking about Jurassic Park and why it is Universal's worst but also best land. Now look, I know that's a bold claim, especially when Hogsmeade is right next door and Epic Universe just opened with Nintendo Land, but look, hear me out, okay? I don't think most park guests realize how well Jurassic Park works on multiple levels, in terms of theming, immersion, storytelling, and even atmosphere. Walking through Jurassic Park, especially at night, is one of the most beautiful cinematic theme park experiences you can have for multiple reasons, and now we are going to get into the reasons why. Authenticity. Now, with most IP-based lands, people want to visit the actual locations from the movie. That was one of the biggest complaints that people had with Galaxy's Edge over at Hollywood Studios. You're not on Tatooine or the Death Star, you're just on some random generic junk sci-fi planet. Now, when people think of Jurassic Park, what's the first image that pops into their mind? Okay, yeah, not dinosaurs, maybe the second image. Yeah, it's the gates, and guess what? That is the first thing you walk through. The iconic gates with the music blaring. It looks like it's ripped straight from the movies and immediately just transports you and makes you feel like you're in the movie. Now here's a small nitpick though. The gate's original location between Toon Lagoon and Jurassic Park was way better. Now it awkwardly leads from Hogsmeade, which just doesn't feel as grand. It's not as big of or open of a space, and ideally they should have both gates on both entrances. I think they did this in 2017 because of Skull Island, so people wouldn't walk in and go,
"What do they got in there, King Kong?"
Oh wait, they actually do. Then there's the visitor center. Now while it's not a perfect replica of the one from the original movie, that's actually on purpose, because this island isn't on Isla Nublar, the original island in the original movie. It's actually on Isla Aventura, a secret and sister third island.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
Okay, yeah, not that one. John Hammond and InGen were so confident in Jurassic Park's success that they began building a second version of the resort. After the failure of Jurassic Park in 1993 on Isla Nublar, Aventura became the first park to actually open to the public. Now most people walking through the queue of River Adventure probably have seen this but never really stopped to notice, but if you look at in the centerpiece, right when you first walk in, there is a diorama showing the actual island you are currently on, and it shows various locations and attractions, some existing, others not. Like for instance, Camp Jurassic and the Visitor Center are actually in the park. Also, the now defunct Triceratops encounter also is listed on there. Other locations like Jeep Safari and Helicopters do not exist in the park but were originally planned as attractions in the conceptual phase of Islands of Adventure. The visitor center itself feels like a working facility. It blends education and entertainment in a way that makes the whole thing just feel real. Part Epcot Pavilion, part Science Museum. It features DNA sequencing labs, baby raptors hatching, dinosaur trivia, animatronics, and just seeing the little nods and details, actual real scientists, just so much love went into this. It makes it feel real. Now, another benefit that this land has is that we have never actually seen a fully functioning Jurassic Park. So, for all we know, this is what it looked like, and the designers had a lot of creative leeway in this direction. From fossil imprints on the walkways, ornate signages, themed trash cans. Yes, even the trash cans have little carvings of dinosaurs in them. You also have the cheesy little carnival booths with all the funny pun names and stuff like Hammond's Hot Shots. That's just my favorite. I love that one. It fully contributes to a immersive experience. Now, one of the coolest things about Jurassic Park as a theme park land is how meta it is. You're in a theme park inside a theme park. Usually in a theme park land, take Isle of Berk over in Epic for example, seeing gift shops selling toothless popcorn buckets, waiting in queues, modern technology, all that, it just breaks the immersion and shows you're in the real world no matter what. But Jurassic Park does not have that problem. Instead, it actually immerses you into the world even more. That means things like snack stands, carnival style games, gift shops, none of them break the immersion. They actually enhance it. You're supposed to be a tourist in a tourist attraction. They're selling Jurassic Park t-shirts? Makes sense. You're at Jurassic Park. Even the giant T-Rex and Spinosaurus statues make sense in universe. They're photo ops for guests. Raptor Encounter is a great example of this. Now, I'm not usually into meet and greets, but this one in particular is really amazing. The actors playing the handlers are just fantastic. They treat Blue like a real animal, telling you not to look her in the eyes, never to turn your back to her, and they really sell the effect that you are meeting a real live dinosaur. And hey, shout out to the puppeteers, whoever does that, whoever controls Blue, they do not care. I have seen so many screaming toddlers just run away because Blue just snaps and roars at them full force, and honestly, it seems like a really fun job, but it really works. Now let's talk about something nobody really brings up, especially in Florida, and that's weather. Now look, the Harry Potter lands, particularly Hogsmeade, might be one of the most beautiful themed lands ever made. I mean, it is what really pioneered the new generation of theme park IP based lands, even so much so that it put Universal on the map, and Disney is still copying Universal's homework on it today. But just one thing you cannot convince me of is it's snowing. Come on, really? You expect me to believe it's snowing when my back is slimier than Diddy in the middle of July? Sorry, but Frosty's not gonna make it. But Jurassic Park? No. It thrives in Florida weather. The heat, the humidity, and the sudden tropical storms are the perfect conditions to create the tropical climate of a Costa Rican island. If you get caught in a rainstorm in Jurassic Park, it suddenly feels like the movie. Like you half expect a T-Rex to come crashing through the trees or a Velociraptor to jump on you. It actually feels like you're in danger. Now, this is something that many theme park lands today do not have, and that is exploration. This land has so much going for it, so much to discover. Most people, they walk down the main pathway and they think, oh, okay, this is just the way to get to River Adventure and Velocicoaster, but they are wrong. From the main pathway, there's constant kineticism and movement. From thunderous waves crashing, pterodactyls flying above, coasters roaring through dinosaur pens, distant dinosaur noises, it feels like a real-life jungle. The hidden gem here, however, is Camp Jurassic. Now, it might look like a simple kids play area on the outside, and you're not wrong, but also you're wrong. Camp Jurassic is one of the best explorable areas Universal has ever created. It's one of the most gorgeous theme park spots I've ever seen. It features amber mines, colorful caves, shooting geysers, sharp rocky cliffs, waterfalls, bridges, ropes courses, climbable areas, slides, and much more. Being in the middle of it, you honestly forget that you are in Orlando. Dinosaur roars and rumbles play as you weave through foggy forested trails with flashing emergency lights. It fleshes the whole land out to feel more like a real island. Basically, think of Tom Sawyer Island if it had dinosaurs. Now, my personal favorite, it even has a water turret area where you can either act as a Jurassic Park security personnel or the dinosaurs. And the water guns, get this, are shaped like a Dilophosaurus spitting water out of its mouth. Most people do not know this area exists because, like I said, they are just so focused on getting somewhere. But if you just take the moment in time to appreciate it, you will see this land has so much to offer. Camp Jurassic is criminally underrated. And finally, the attractions themselves. First, you have Pterodon Flyers in Camp Jurassic. Now look, it's a cute ride that features a pterodactyl basically carrying over the whole park. Unfortunately though, you can't ride it if you have to file for taxes. Seriously though, I wish anybody could ride this ride. I might have to steal a kid just to, experience again as an adult. But look, at least there's something nice for kids to do in the park. Then we have River Adventure, which used to be the marquee ride of the land, being the only ride to really bring you face to face with the dinosaurs themselves. And look, despite all of its flaws, I still think it's amazing. It's the best water ride of all the theme parks in Orlando, and that really just goes to show you how amazing the ride is, even given its current condition. There's wonder, there's awe, there's shock, there's horror, there's thrills. The drop is the tallest and the steepest of all the water rides. It's also the most scary. Having the dinosaur animatronics also falling apart even adds another layer of fear. Like at night, it almost becomes a Five Nights at Freddy's experience. With just a little TLC, new animatronics, fixed effects, and a little bit of love, it could be legendary again. And then there's Velocicoaster, which changed everything. It basically revitalized the whole Jurassic Park land. Now look, yes, it does mix Jurassic World with Jurassic Park, which does conflict a little bit, but look, I'm actually okay with it. I even have a whole separate video plan for how Universal could blend the two areas and even expand Jurassic World without ruining the continuity. But anyway, getting back to Velocicoaster, it puts you in the perspective of a visitor of Jurassic World trying their newest and most ambitious ride, which allows you to ride alongside velociraptors. Owen and Claire even show up in the queue, with Owen arguing how stupid the idea for the ride is, which, I mean, to be fair, he's right. But look, I don't even care if they were real velociraptors, because that's how damn fun this ride is. It's tight, fast, aggressive. The launches are insane, the airtime, the drops, and you can't beat that Mosasaur roll. I mean, come on, it's the best coaster by far. There's a reason why Velocicoaster is so high, and in many people's opinions, my opinion as well, the best roller coaster on the planet. The ride feels like it's just trying to violently eject you at all times into the paddock and into the mouth of a hungry raptor at every turn. Here's the thing though, it doesn't hurt either. It's a smooth ride and has some of the most beautiful views in the park. The queue is also one of the best roller coaster queues ever built. All the pre-shows just feel so immersive, and it's supposed to be because, you're in Jurassic World, you are a guest, so all the Mr. DNA stuff, it feels really immersive. The line also has so many great nods and references to the original, but if you actually want to see more about this queue and more about all the other Universal roller coaster ride queues and how Stardust Racers is by far the worst that Universal has ever built, go ahead and click here to watch that video now. Anyway, getting back to the video. With Jurassic Park claiming two of the best rides in the world, Velocicoaster and River Adventure, each in their own respective categories, it is a huge feat to boast for the contendership for the best theme park land. So, visiting Jurassic Park not only brings back the sense of being a kid and adventure, but also the danger, something that most theme park lands do not have. The entire land just feels stuck in time, yes, pun intended. It really captures that 90s charm, both from when it was created and also from the era when the movies came out. It's often only looked as the jungle area, offering only palm trees and bamboo, but it is so much more than that. And with a little love and care, hopefully in the near future, since Epic is now complete, that they can now put some more time and money into it, Jurassic Park could return to its former glory. But thank you guys so much for watching though. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Give it a big thumbs up to this video. Click that bell. Also guys, tell me down below, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Jurassic Park is one of the best theme park lands? Or do you think I'm crazy? Obviously Jurassic Park is one of my favorite, if not my favorite franchise ever. So yes, I could be a little biased, but I really hope that I have changed some of your minds, and maybe people who didn't even know some of these things existed in this land will now go out and experience Jurassic Park how it was originally supposed to. If you guys want to see more videos and content like this, also go ahead and leave a like and subscribe down below, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching again, and Jurassic 400, as always,